Come on, birdies. They're really excited. They're hungry. Please, can I pick you up? Well, that one doesn't want to be picked up. This one. Okay. As you probably already know, chickens are an amazing asset on your farm or your garden or your backyard homestead. They're going to provide you with eggs, meat if you choose to eat your birds, and tons of entertainment. They're just funny to watch. Fly around. They all have kind of different personalities. So yeah, chickens are just a great asset to have on your farm. But today we're going to talk about how I'm using my birds to convert this grass into an amazing lush garden in a few months to come. So I'm standing here in front of my chicken tractor that I built. If you didn't know, a chicken tractor is simply a coop that's on wheels, but you can move around. This is a critical part to using your chickens to build your garden beds for you. There are tons of designs on the internet and YouTube on how to build these, but more on that later. Okay, now I'm gonna take you over to the coop. We're gonna let the birds out and give them a little bit of food here. Let's go over here. We're gonna let the birds out while we move this. We're gonna give them a little bit of rice, some leftover food. They love rice. They freaking love this rice and beans. All right, now the chickens are over here happy, cleaning up the rice. And then they're gonna free range around the garden and do their happy chicken thing. So let's go in the coop. So as you can see, there's a lot of poop in here. And the chickens have eaten a lot of the grass, and where they haven't eaten the grass, their poop has matted down the grass, essentially acting as a layer of mulch, which will kill the grass. So 10 days ago, when we put this here, this area looked like the bright green grass that we see here. So the idea is simple. We are basically going to move the coop today, because it's on wheels, and move it to another spot right directly over to where it is now. And then in 10 more days, the grass over there will look like this. And to give you an example of what will happen, so the coop previously was over here. And what they do is they burn up the grass. The poop burns up the grass, whatever they don't eat, and it basically kills it. So if you haven't seen our other video where we built these garden beds, and if you don't know, this video is being filmed. This is December 31st, so it is New Year's Eve. It is in the heart of the winter here in the Pacific Northwest, so it's not too cold here. We get some snow, but if you haven't seen our other video where we built these garden beds, that was a ton of work. And that was before we got the chickens. And we had to do this. We had to basically dig these up by hand because we were running out of time and it was August. We just got the property and we wanted to get some plants in the ground. Obviously, there's no till methods and other methods of turning grass into beds, but we did what we did in that video. And I'll tell you, it was a lot of work. So if you have chickens, you can use your chickens to do this work for you. So before people start going off in the comments and start talking about what the actual use of a chicken tractor is for, I want to address that. So chicken tractors are typically used to essentially free range your birds. So what people will do is they'll build a chicken tractor, which can be moved around however frequently they want. Usually they move it every morning. So every morning you wake up, come out, you move your chicken tractor, and then your birds are safe inside your chicken tractor coop from predators or other things that might hurt them. And they can free range on fresh grass and fresh bugs every morning. They get a new fresh area to free range on. However, it is wintertime and the natural production of bugs in the winter is lower. So typically, even if you are free ranging your birds in the wintertime, depending on where you are, especially if you're in a really snowy area, you will have to supplement feed for your birds in the wintertime. So since we have to supplement feed for our birds in the wintertime anyway, we've decided to leave the coop here for multiple days and allow them to really work the grass down hard. So that way they're killing the grass. And this might grow back little patches, but for the most part, this grass is gonna be dead and is gonna be ready for us to just do a light tilling or a rake over the top. So that way we can start to get ready to plant whatever vegetables we wanna plant in the ground in the springtime. So for anyone who's critical of like, oh, you're not moving your chicken tractor every day, this is why. It's the winter time, there's not as many bugs, so they need extra feed anyway in the winter time. So yeah, just a little note on if anyone was wondering, well, why aren't you moving your chicken tractor every day? You should be moving your chicken tractor every day. Well, it is the winter time and we are not gonna move our chicken tractor every day. They need supplemental feed anyway. They like my shoelaces. So another thing I wanna talk about is why the chicken tractor is obviously advantageous to just having a static coop and then letting your birds out, because we let our birds out in this fenced-in garden area. This little square area is completely fenced in, mostly to keep our dog out from digging in the beds. We could free range our birds around this area. However, what chickens tend to do is they'll tend to find one spot they really like, and for them, they like this corner. And I think because they feel safe over here from predators, and they'll dig up in one spot, and they won't really get everything. Oh, here they go. So yeah, there's a very big advantage to having a chicken tractor. You can control very much where you want your birds to work up the soil. So now we're gonna get to moving this. We're gonna take all these things out. They didn't eat celery. I thought they would eat that. They ate some other stuff. We're gonna take all the things out of here, and then we're gonna move this coop. I'll show you how this thing can move. Some of you may be wondering how this moves. I didn't really go over that in the chicken coop tour video. If you haven't seen our chicken coop tour video, I'll link it at the end of this video. So yeah, we're gonna set the camera up, and then we're gonna go over and move the coop. So basically I got a bolt here. This is a 1/2 or 5/8 inch bolt. Again, we have a lever arm here with a wheel down at that end. And when we push on this, it lifts the coop up. And then now this is essentially like a wheelbarrow, and we can move it. So yeah, I'm gonna insert this bolt down here now. I have a hole already drilled right here. It's fairly easy, it's not too hard. And now the coop is floating, right? So yeah, now essentially our 600 or 800 pound coop is floating on wheels like a wheelbarrow. And I have a handle on the other side, which I can use to pull this and move it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. First, I gotta get the birds away from the coop so I don't run any of them over. That almost happened once. So beep, 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 beep. Now it's secure in its new spot. It'll stay here for another 10 days. Okay, now I've filled up their feeder now. Just gonna put a little bit on the ground here, keep them out of the coop while I'm doing stuff in there. Oh no. Oh no. Well, maybe I should make sure that's attached next time. Okay, chickies, watch out. Stay away from here. You got food on the ground. All right, so now I have here, this is just a bag full of wood planer shavings. These are just clean wood shavings. It's just pine from 2x4s. If you've seen my woodworking videos, you'll know I can just produce copious amounts of this stuff. We use it as bedding inside the coop. But today I'm gonna actually use it as mulch over this poop. And there's a few reasons for that. The first reason is that this is gonna make sort of a compost here on the ground as a mulch, and to start the composting process of this chicken poop with the mulch and build really, really good nutrient-rich soil. And the other reason I'm doing this is because we need door access here. And today I got my dirty boots on, but sometimes we come out here to take care of the chickens and we're gonna have to walk here to get in this door. So I just don't wanna be walking in poop all the time. And this is gonna help with that. So. That's pretty much today's video. I hope you found this helpful. If you did find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like. And if you want to see more videos like this, or even woodworking videos, other kinds of homesteading stuff, we might even throw some cooking things in there, then subscribe to our channel. We're going to post all kinds of other homesteading and DIY projects. I really love woodworking, so there's a lot more woodworking projects that I have partially filmed and underway, so stay tuned for those. And thanks again for sticking around for this whole video. We'll see you in the next one.